How's it going? I'm Jack Devine. Welcome back to another episode of Jacksnax. Today we're going to snack on this tasty little exercise that I've been using for a while to, teach myself how to play the chromatic scale, get my left hand, untethered from whatever the index finger fret is. I don't want it to always feel like I'm wed to this area if I'm playing out of here. I want to be able to feel fluid and able to go, in different places. Also, it helps to teach multiple fingerings for the same notes. We'll be playing each note in two different places on different strings. It's or a lot of different notes. I'm not sure exactly how many it actually benefits. And we're going to be working on hammering home concepts regarding pick slanting, depending on which way we elect to, start picking or find our way back. So let me break it down real fast for you. It's a pretty interesting exercise, okay? So it's kind of dry, I know, after some of the other subject matter we tackle on the channel here, but it's definitely necessary, okay? So don't overlook this. If you're a follower or subscriber of the channel, please try this for a week, all right? You'll see benefits, I promise, okay? So we're going 4 notes a string, and the reason for that will become apparent when we talk about the right hand, but we're going from C sharp to E, and we're gonna go back and down a string, back and down a string, still 4 notes per string, back and down a string. Now, because of the tuning anomaly between G and B, we don't have to go back, we just go down a string, C. So the next note is not shifted back. Okay, and then we do have to shift for the B to E pair. But this duality is really what we're going to be using to descend the scale. Okay, so this is ascending. Even though we're going, not only are we going down this way, we're also going backwards across the neck. So this is somewhat of a disconnect for some students is, wait a minute, why am I going lower on the neck and the pitch keeps going up? But that's just the way it's fingered, okay? And you may have noticed that I ended the exercise with this nice augmented chord. Okay, well, sure, look. Those are all the notes that I'm targeting with my index finger on the way back, okay? So, back and down, back and down, back and down, just down on the B string, back and down, and then we're gonna scooch up, okay, with our pinky on the last C sharp. So down, up, 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 down. No fancy pants stuff. It's all alternate picking with the right hand. You don't even have to look at it. All right, we'll get into how you can actually ensure that you don't have to look at it. Get that right hand of yours on autopilot. This is seriously probably the most gains to be made for most players will be with the right hand. But this is still a pretty clever way of looking at the left hand stuff. So in addition to getting to move back and getting the index finger feeling kind of nimble and able to go everywhere rather than just like, I live here because I'm playing out of... Okay, this is great because we're making the index finger start the process in different locations. So, okay, very cool. We're playing a C sharp, and another C sharp. On the way back, we'll be playing that C sharp, but rather than this one, we'll be playing this one, and then again. All right, so watch how this works on the way back. Okay, so up the scale, which by the way, the chromatic scale is just literally every note. Okay, so we're going from C sharp to C sharp to C sharp, 3 octaves. Back, back, don't shift, back, downstroke, pinky shift up, downstroke. We don't have to shift up. Remember, B and G string, no tuning anomaly. Shift up, no shift to the G string. Still downstrokes on that first string. The first hit of each. So let's talk about what's going on with the right hand. Even numbers of strings, even numbers of strokes per string. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So this one right here, we get, sorry. Right, we have 5 notes, and this last one is a downstroke, so that's going to effectively be the first note of our descending scale. So that's the back half. Okay, and just like we shifted up once with our last finger, we're going to shift down once with our last finger. This is kind of a mirror image, okay? It's not the same fingering coming back down the scale as it is going up the scale. If we want to do that, we'll get a different benefit for our right hand, and that'll be the last thing I talk about, because right now I want to talk about the wonderful world of pick slanting. Everybody's terrified. Okay, here we go. Look, it's pretty simple. If you were picking in a neutral position, your pick is going to be roughly parallel with the string, okay? And when you're down, well, let's do it on the A string. You'd be picking that, and you'd be trapped between the A and the D string, and you'd be on your upstroke, you'd be trapped between the E and the A string. But if you rotate your hand forward on your downstroke, you're still trapped, so no gains there. But on your upstroke, whee, you're free. You can go anywhere you want. On your if you rotate conversely, if you just rotate your hand this way, on your downstroke, free. Upstroke, trapped. Okay, so this is a way of eliminating 50% of the effort that it takes to alternate pick, which is considerable. That's a considerable gain, okay? And you look at any alternate picker that's worth his weight in salt, they know how to, like Al Di Meola, he favors this, the more upward slant, okay? Eric Johnson, he's a forward guy. I'm a forward guy. I definitely prefer this. It's kind of like my forehand stroke in tennis. This is my backhand. I'm definitely not as strong here, okay? Or shooting left-handed in basketball, whatever analogy you want to make, all right? We're all going to have a strong side and a weak side. That's definitely my kryptonite is my upstroke, for sure. Work on yours, okay? Anyway, look at this. We don't have to rotate the hand to get to the next string because we stay in this upstroke escape position. Downward pick slanting, okay, favors even notes per string starting on downstrokes. Going in either direction, it doesn't matter. As long as we start on a downstroke and it's 2 notes or 4 notes or 6 notes, whatever, per string, then we're golden, right? Because we're free on that upstroke and we're free to come back anywhere we want to, okay? Similarly, if you're good like this, you're gonna favor lines that start with upstrokes, okay? So, see how I'm coming into the string and out on the downstroke, which enables me to get to the next string, okay? It doesn't matter which direction I'm going, it just matters which direction my last stroke was, okay? So, I know this gets a little heady, but this is really a great way of drumming this into your right hand is don't rotate your hand, just stay where you are. And now we don't even have to look at our right hand. We're basically just going. Right? Very, very cool. Those upstrokes are free, downstrokes are trapped. We're just going to start the car. We're just going to turn the ignition key just a little bit. 10 degrees is all you need. Just enough to get so that your pick is escaping the guitar at roughly, maybe not flat, but more like that. Okay, just a little bit of it. So upstrokes come away from the guitar. If we find ourselves being an upward slanting guy, then you're going to want your downstroke to go away from the guitar and your instroke to come, your upstroke rather, to come towards the guitar. Okay, so let's look at this again. Down, down. We're shifting on downstrokes every time because 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, free. Down, up, free. Okay, and now we start down, still free. Why are we free? Because we shifted up with the pinky. Still even notes of strings there. We didn't go. If we do that, look, we ended on a downstroke, which means the next stroke has to be an upstroke. And we'll be coming back the way we came up. All right. So hopefully that explains the benefit of this downward pick slanting and the necessity for having two ways, okay? One up and one down the scale, okay? Once we start shifting with the pinky, that's the way to do it, okay? For me anyway. That way you don't have to rotate your hand, all right? If you want to practice being in this position, because Lord knows you're gonna get trapped. One day you're gonna be like, oh my God, I gotta pick, and I'm in this upward position, and you won't have time to kind of remedy it any other way other than just toughing it out and playing a lot of strokes in this, well, whatever your weakened position is, okay? I definitely have a bias towards my downstroke, okay? Here's how you practice this, okay? So, down, same way up. But rather than climbing with the pinky, we're gonna go back with the index finger like we did on the way up. So we went down, up, down, up, down. We're gonna, now the way back is gonna go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down on the A string, not on the B strings, A. Okay, that's that musical redundancy or enharmonic nature of the guitar, that multi-layered, like three-dimensional chess element that baffles everybody. 5 middle C's. Fuck you, middle guitar, in harmonic fingerings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Tough to deal with that, okay? So we're gonna deal with this by rotating our hand. Okay, so now we have to rotate. And you'll notice that each of the right hand strokes starts with an upstroke on each string. So down, 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 and back using the A ends with a downstroke if we're using the A on the E string. So that's going to be down, rotate, up, 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 up. And then we would rotate. Now, because the exercise sounds the same in both fingerings, okay, it's difficult to see the differences. It's only what's happening with the which fingers I'm using, right? I'm using this note rather than this note twice. I'm using this note and this note as I come back using the crafty one where I don't have to rotate. If you want to torture yourself, which is a good thing to do, don't get me wrong. It's an important skill to learn how to play in that weakened position, right? The way you do it is exactly the way you came up. Okay? If you don't practice both ways, you're never going to see the benefits and the kind of, well, you'll see the benefits, you just might not be able to employ them, right? I mean, you can see them now, I hope. All right, anyway, kind of a wonky inside baseball teaching moment there for the right hand and left hand studies, but this is definitely an exercise I use all the time. Frankly, I should use it more often, to be honest. My pickings get kind of sloppy in my old age, but I hope you guys can get into it, and if you do, hey, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.